Hello, my fabulous Facebook friends. This is Kylie Bartlett, the web celeb, bringing you today's Facebook 2-minute tip takeaway video. Now, yesterday's video was all about privacy settings under the new Facebook changes, and for the next couple of days, I'm going to be rolling out little 2 to 5 minute videos explaining all of the changes and the impact that these changes are going to have on the way that you enjoy or don't enjoy Facebook moving forward. So today's is all about lists. Now, I just want you to stay away from the ticker for the time being. You're probably wanting to know what the ticker is all about, and I'll reveal that tomorrow. So for today, it's all about lists. So over here on the left-hand side, I'm on the home page of Facebook. We're going to click on the word More, and up are going to come all of my lists. Now, the first ones I'd like to explain to you are these ones here that have got like a little briefcase attached to them. So I'm going to click on these and you'll see that it's got like a little lightning bolt. They're called smart lists. Now, where they're pulling that information from is on your personal profile. So what happens is I will go to my personal profile here, and you'll notice that I've got the city Geelong in here. I've also got my education and work, in that I work at the Web Celeb, and that Rob Rawlings over here is also working with me as a part of High Speed Social Marketing. Now, what happens is it's drawing on what's in your personal profile and it's setting up what's called smart lists. So let's go back to my smart list here. What you'll see is that under Geelong, because I had Geelong as my area, it's put 32 people into a smart list that also live in Geelong. So be careful what you've got in that personal profile section, because it's going to set up smart lists for you. Of course, you can go and edit them, but there's a bit of mess doing it, so I'd rather you set up your personal profile page properly so it's pulling on the right information. So that's what it's known as a smart list. But what we're going to look at is setting up our own lists. So past these briefcase ones, you'll see that there's all of these lists that I have here. Now you click on create a list, and let's type in Perth list. Oh, actually, I've already got a Perth list. Let me start a Sunshine Coast list. So we set up the list called Sunshine Coast. We click here to add a friend. It'll start to populate all of my friends on Facebook, and I'll start to put people into that list. So I'll put in Donna Moritz. Here we go. Donna's about to come up. So I click on Donna's face. The tick comes up, she's now in my list. So now what happens is that when I'm viewing the Sunshine Coast list in my newsfeed, all I'm seeing at the moment is feeds from Donna. I can also click on the pencil and add it to my favorites, so it sits up here under my favorites section. Now you will have also noticed that there's a button over here called Manage Lists. What I can also do is go back and rename the list, add and remove friends, or merge a list. So for example, I might choose another list. Let's call it, where have I got? I've got FBA Sunshine Coast. So there's 11 people on another Sunshine Coast list. I might want to merge it into this one. So now everyone in the newsfeed that was on that original list is now on this one. So that's a nice little function. You can also change what you read from these people on this list. So I might want to see their status updates, but not their games and maybe not other activities. So you can now customize what you're reading. Very effective. Another little clever part of it is that if you go to this new section called subscribers, so we'll go to the Sunshine list, I'll go to Tony Louise. What you'll notice up here is that you can subscribe to all of her updates, most of her updates. I can take off games and other activities. Now, by default, you are subscribing to everyone at the moment that was friends. So if you don't want to subscribe to them, you have to go in and unsubscribe. But the minute you do that, if I now go back to my Sunshine Coast list, you'll find that Tony Louise now no longer shows up in that list. So you need to be subscribed to her. So I'll go back, type in Tony Louise, hit the subscribe button. Also, I have the option of putting her into a different friends list. I can put her into multiple lists, or she can just be in one. And then what happens is you can start to really be strategic in who you're seeing in your news feed, just as I flick through these here. So I hope that makes sense on how you use lists and the subscription button and what a smart list is. So until tomorrow's video, bye for now.